Hi YouTube, not you, not me here. Just having doing a video on a really good knife that I like. It's the ESEE RC-6. Now I've had this for about 3 years. In fact, the company's name has changed. It's now the ESEE RC-6, so it's changed from RAT to ESEE, and you're able to find lots of review videos on YouTube and other videos on the internet about all the specs and the features and stuff on there. I just wanted to talk about my experience with this knife. So first off, it's actually a lot heavier than I thought it would be, and that's mainly due to the micarta handles in the back, which really give this some heft. To be honest, a lot heavier than I thought it would be, considering the thickness of the blade here, which isn't, you know, a massive slab of steel. It's quite thin. I think it's 0.188 of an inch. I don't know what that is in millimeters, but basically it's not that thick. Okay, in terms of the micarta handles material, I thought, you know, I would have preferred to have canvas. However, you know, the linen micarta, there's nothing wrong with it. And when you first get it, it will be in a light grey if you're getting that colour. Almost instantly it turned darker just from general use, you know, dirt, the oil from your skin changed it into this quite nice, you know, charcoal or dark black colour. You know, if I really clean this really hard, you'll see some of the grey come through, but you know, basically this is the colour that it turned into. The powder coating is awesome, really like it. Maybe you might be seeing here, you know, through where I've batoned. I haven't batoned a lot, just the pressure on there starts to crush the powder coating and wear it away on here, but it's stood up well, and it's an excellent, you know, excellent pairing with a 1095, which is prone to rust. Again, 1095, love 1095. Once you use a 1095 steel knife, you get to really appreciate it. Full flat ground is nice as well. I really like that. I love the shape of this. It's a good looking knife. It is. It actually taught me a lot about knife design, and in fact, you know, a lot of the features that I like from this knife. Okay, now one of the things that I was always disappointed was the sheath with this, because when you get something else cool like the RC4, you know, it comes with the Kydex sheath, you can get the molly back and it's rocking. You get this and it's just this plasticky sheath. However, I think it's really good. Once you get to use it, you get to appreciate it. It's simple, it's not heavy, and like I say, this is a lot heavier than you think it would be. So the fact that you can get a nice light sheath with it is exactly what you want to do. This is, what, a brown or a light tan. I didn't think I'd like that either, but it does grow on you, and I think it looks quite good paired with the knife, to be honest. Especially when it's got a black handle slabs instead of the grey. Looks really good. Now you can buy the molly back for this, which was, by the way, not cheap, and also wasn't easy to get either, not at a reasonable price. Now this is actually great, you know, a lot of features on it, everything else. However, I don't ever use it. Why don't I use it? Because one, it just, you know, adds a lot of bulk, and I always seem to be wanting to take bits off it. Two, it just adds to the weight. They say, you know, I'd much prefer to have paracord holding this on, or just carry it in my pack and not actually have it attached to me. If I did use this molly back, I'd probably use the bottom half here. So you would just have this on top here, and this back part wouldn't be there, and you would just have it as a belt carry. Obviously it sits a bit high there. So yeah, in the long run, I don't actually miss not having this. And I think it's probably a good call that they didn't include this in with the RC6 when you bought it, and the additional cost, because to be honest, I think you really need to think about whether you would use this or not. I know some accessories where you've got the pouches on the front here, people have bought and actually not end up using those either. So I think in the long run, how this knife is actually how it should be in terms of just a simple sheath with it. One thing I will say is that I did wish that this blade was just a teeny bit thicker than it is in the moment. Where we start to transition into full flat ground on here, the blade actually thins out ever so slightly. So the thickness here is actually thicker than the thickness here. As soon as we get this transition here, as you can see, onto the full flat ground, I wish it carried all the way through. It doesn't seem like much, but when this blade is so thin, I just would have loved it. You can bend this knife. I have done it. Obviously the theory on this knife is that instead of having a great big slab of steel that can smash through stuff, you have a thinner piece of steel, and if it hits anything like knots or whatever, there's actually some flexibility in it, so it won't snap. It will keep keep in one piece. And I have bent it ever so slightly. You won't see it on here, but it is bent. Having said that, when I bent it, I swear that I thought the blade was going to break. I hit it a couple of times and suddenly it lurched off at a hideous angle, and the fact that this bent back almost completely straight is amazing. And obviously how they designed it. Also, there's a lifetime guarantee on the blade here, and if you do manage to break it, they will replace it. So overall, great knife. If you're thinking about getting it, it is a good one. It is a big knife. However, I think it's be a lot heavier than you think it will be. But yeah, definitely gets thumbs up from me. Hope you enjoy, guys.